about to get the first results of the CNN ORC instant poll of debate watchers. David Chalian, our political director, is here. David, what are the results?
Well, Wolf, just a reminder, this is not a poll nationwide. As you said, this is a poll of debate watchers. That's key. It skews slightly more Democratic here, but actually it's our most evenly divided audience of any of the debates so far this season. Let's get to the results. Who won the debate? Hillary Clinton. 52% of debate watchers say she was the winner. 39% say Donald Trump was the winner. That's a closer margin than we had seen in the previous debates there. How about who was on the attack more? Who spent more time attacking their opponent? Donald Trump. 60% of debate watchers say he was more on the attack. 23% say that of Clinton, and 15% say they were both attacking their opponents. And what about the fairness of those attacks? Were Trump's attacks fair? A majority of debate watchers, 55%, say yes, his attacks on Hillary Clinton were fair. 43% say no. And what about Hillary Clinton's attacks on Donald Trump? An even bigger majority say her attacks were fair. 63% say that about her attacks on Trump. 34% say no, they were not fair.
So, David, all three of these presidential debates, according to our CNN ORC poll, instant poll of people who watched the debates, believe Hillary Clinton won all three.
She has gone 3-0 here. It's a hat trick for her, and that is clear in the results throughout all the polls that we've taken.
So what's the significance, Jake?
Well, the significance, I think, is first of all, the fact that debate watchers thought that the attacks were generally fair. Shows that they both got their licks and they both got their punches, that he was seen as being on the attack more. I got to ascribe a lot of that to his interrupting and his such a nasty woman, quote unquote, aside, which I just think was a really poorly thought out, if it was thought out at all, thing to say. It revealed a level of hostility.
All right, let me play
anger.
that. Let me play that clip.
Okay.
We have that moment. I'll play it right now.
My Social Security payroll contribution will go up, as will Donald's, assuming he can't figure out how to get out of it. But what we want to do is to replenish the Social Security trust fund.
That's getting a lot of reaction.
I mean, he took the bait. He did that in the first debate, he did it in the second debate, and he did it in the third debate. I mean, she just made an aside about him trying to get out of paying taxes. Maybe a cheap shot or whatever, but all's fair in love and war and politics, certainly. And then he leans in so nobody misses it and says, such a nasty woman. And I think that comment resonated with women across the country.
Let's ask a woman. Dana, you're here. Does it resonate?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not what you want to hear if anybody say, I think, that's running for president, no matter who you are. I do think that whether you're a woman or a man, if you are a Trump supporter, it is probably going to be okay. I mean, if you're one of those core supporters. I mean, I have, in the suburbs of Philadelphia last week, I talked to many, many women who are Trump supporters who said a lot worse about Hillary Clinton.
Sure.
But having said that, you're right. This is about Donald Trump actually practicing and preparing for this debate. And for the most part, it came through. Now, the bar was not that high. He didn't really have that far to go. But that moment, the hombre moment, and, of course, probably the mother of all moments that undermined all of the preparation that he did, was the fact that he wouldn't say that he would accept the election results. And that is what's so frustrating for Trump advisors and supporters, is that he has all of the, he's made so much progress, they think, on so many other issues in so many other ways, but all you need are a few missteps, and that's what undermines everything.
One of the things we saw in the polls after the Access Hollywood tape, when he started going down, when we saw some impact, was that Republican women, he started lowering his number among them. Now, they come back home, no doubt, when they feel better, if they feel better about tonight's debate performance. But it's exactly the people he needs to not only keep in the fold, but continue to grow, Republican independent women. And that is why that line is so difficult for him.
Both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were hoping to sway undecided voters tonight. We have a group of these voters with Randy Kay here in Las Vegas. You're about to see the moments they like the most. Remember, as you watch, look at the bottom of the screen. Men's responses are in green, women's are in yellow. Here now is Donald Trump's highest point of the debate when talking about immigration.
He runs across the border, becomes a citizen. Under her plan, you have open borders. You would have a disaster on trade, and you will have a disaster with your open borders. But what she doesn't say is that President Obama has deported millions and millions of people.
Let's get right to Randy. Randy, what did these voters like about this answer?
Wolf, that answer got a lot of attention from our group here. It certainly resonated with Myra. We're talking about the soundbite there where Donald Trump was basically pinning Hillary Clinton on her wanting open borders, saying that he would seal the borders. Why did that resonate with you, Myra?
There is a bridge that goes from South Texas into Reynosa, Mexico. And with this bridge, you can walk across it or drive across it, and underneath the bridge is the Rio Grande River.
So you see a problem. You want the borders sealed.
The borders need to be sealed because the people just totally swim across the river. There is sometimes 30, 40, 50 people that are crossing at any given time during the day or the night. This goes on all day long. They bring in families. The families put a lot of stress on the ranchers and on the state of Texas and on the services and schools and hospitals for the state of Texas.
So that's why it was really important to you. And I know, Keith, over here, we got a big reaction on that same soundbite from Donald Trump. Why was it important to you to seal the borders? Why did you like what he said?
Oh, because we're either a country with borders or not. We either are a country of laws or we're not. So, I mean, we know drugs are coming in illegally. We know ISIS is coming in. And I do believe Homeland Security, CIA, and the FBI already said at Capitol Hill there's no way of really vetting them coming into the country.
All right, so that was just a couple of responses to Donald Trump's highest point. And, Wolf, I know that you have another soundbite there, another moment where Hillary Clinton also did pretty well with this group.
That's right, Randy. Let's take a look at Hillary Clinton's most liked moment.
I will defend Planned Parenthood. I will defend Roe v. Wade, and I will defend women's rights to make their own health care decisions. And we have come too far to have that turned back now. And indeed, he said women should be punished, that there should be some form of punishment for women who obtain abortions. And I could just not be more opposed to that kind of thinking.
All right, Randy, both men and women seemed to like that response, right?
Yeah, we found that really interesting that both men and women really supported Hillary Clinton in that moment. Certainly, Natalie, you did, talking about the Planned Parenthood moment where Hillary Clinton was saying she would defend Planned Parenthood, that she would defend a woman's right to make health care decisions for herself. Why was that important to you?
It was important to me because I don't think the government should have any control over a woman's body, just like they wouldn't have control of a man's body. There's no reason that it should be for a woman. And also Planned Parenthood comes with a lot of other options like mammograms and so on, so it's not just a ripping out. And I want to know what anatomy class he was in that he thought that that's how it's performed days before, and ripping out.
And as we said, men as well feel very strongly about this. Usher, let me ask you, why did you agree with Hillary Clinton and think that was a high moment for her in that time in the debate?
Because a woman's choice is her choice. It should not be the government's decision as to who determines what we can and can't do about our families and our bodies. It should be a woman's right if she is able to be in that situation where she doesn't want to have it or it's in jeopardy of her life. It's her decision, and the family should be able to experience that and support her in that way.
All right, so we're coming down, obviously, to the final days before Election Day. So, of course, we wanted to know who this group thought won this debate, because they're trying to make up their minds here, Wolf, as you said. So let's get a show of hands here. How many people here in this group came in undecided? Who thinks that Hillary Clinton won this debate? Quick count here. 11 of you. Okay, 11 people. How many of you think that Donald Trump won the debate? 9 people think Donald Trump. How about a draw? Anybody think it was a draw? Natalie, you thought it was a draw. Well, listen, I know a couple of you over here. I saw the hands go up for Hillary Clinton. Just one word. Why do you think Hillary Clinton won? How would you describe her performance?
She's more believable.
One word.
Facts.
Facts. Okay. What about you?
Truth.
Truth. All right. Well, there you have it, Wolf. A lot of people still trying to make up their minds. It's okay. I'll let you go on the fact that you used more than one word. Listen, we wanted to know, of course, also, did this debate help anyone make up their mind? Have they decided? That's the key question here. And Wolf, when we chat again, we're gonna talk to these folks a little bit during the break, and when we chat again, we'll have those answers for you, Wolf.
All right, Randy, thanks very much. Very interesting. It looks like a pretty much of a draw over there by those undecided voters here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.